All right, you guys, you know how we're going to start our weekend at McKay, so let's see what they got. And we're going to start in the oversized section. One of my favorites was that Rancor and Luke. Got a female Titan here. Batmobile, super sun faded. Unfortunately, did find this Hopper Chase. They want about 25 bucks for it. And then, guys, their new wall just absolutely stacked. So much stuff in there. Some Cuphead, there's some horror, there's some Marvel, tons and tons of Marvel, tons of DC. They had the Dude. I think they wanted like 70 bucks for it. I think he goes for about that. Looking over at their music section, I did find a Nick Carter that I may end up picking up. But over in their other sections, I did find this OG bobblehead Darth Maul and Charizard for 41 bucks. What in the world were they thinking? Invader Zim. These were actually really cool. They had these robot Gurs, the Hot Topic pre-release stickers as well. So it was really cool to see those, but they were really beat up and just not really worth it. Looking more into their Disney section, found the Scooby-Doo. I think they wanted about 30 bucks for it. This Hades Chase, again, about 30 bucks. Most of the time, their prices are spot on. This Make-A-Wish Freddy Funko, limited to 5,000 pieces, was super awesome. And one that I don't normally see, but they actually had a Chase Green Goblin from Walgreens, about 35 bucks for it as well. And one of my favorites, Stonekeeper from Infinity War. They also had a Bane from the animated series, which is really cool. And right next to Bane was this Catwoman. This is a newer Catwoman. Then I also found this Anti-Venom. Used to come in a box set with a T. Absolutely love that one. And this Black Panther, I had to take a look at it. I actually picked this one up in Canada before. And then they had an OG Wonder Woman Prowler. Just a little beat up, a little too beat up for my tastes. Tons of Lord of the Rings. You can tell somebody donated or turned in all their Lord of the Rings. Lexa from the 100. Just some more Lord of the Rings, showing you guys that they have 3 or 4 Pippins. I know that he goes for a good bit. Rose, I wasn't going to pull her out, but she was jammed in there. And then this super cute Dorbs pack, limited to 1,000 pieces with Wally Gator. And then take a look at some of their Thrill Joy. Just a quick once over. I didn't go too in depth, but you can kind of see that they have a little bit of everything. Now, this was interesting. I stepped over to the out of box pops, found this guy, Luke, as a Stormtrooper. Also found Han as a Stormtrooper. But you see how their necks, they're not screwed all the way on. And this was a real big red flag to me. All right, what's up, everyone? Good morning. We are here at Plastic Empire. And we have so much that we're about to trade in. I've got Funkos out the wazoo, from Fun Days to OG Star Wars. A little bit of everything, so let's do it. So if you know anything about Plastic Empire, they have absolute grails here. They have scaled down a lot, but there's still a lot here. Yukon Cornelius there. Their anime section is absolutely insane. They have autograph or voice actors all the time to come and do autographs right there in their store. Tons of Marvel stuff. Little James Gunn to the top right. You got a Prince with Purple Haze. OG Flavor Flav. You got some Freddy Funkos there. That's what I am sad about, is that they don't have as many Freddy Funkos anymore. They do have this big boy. All right, you guys, so everything is dropped off. They'll call us back later, and we'll see how much they're going to offer us for our collection. So now we just wait, and let's go see if we can find some other areas to go hunt. I usually don't hunt retail stores, so I usually don't find anything, but Patch 101 Dalmatians was super cute. Rocky Moto with the Godzilla was cute. And this is my first time seeing a limited edition 7,500 pieces Hello Kitty. They also did have some of the new One Piece with Frankie, Zoro, Luffy, Brook. Take a quick look at that Brook. It was pretty cool. Frankie was cool. I did love Tony Chopper. Alright guys, so we are at Marshall's. And they actually have a ton of pops. I think I'll take a few minutes and I'll dig through, but you guys can kind of see the overview of what they got so far. Got a glow-in-the-dark Spider-Man. Now jumping back over to 2nd and Charles, looking at their Grail case in the back, you see some Ned, see some Breaking Bad, Naruto, see some Spider-Man down there, some Rangers down there as well, and then just kind of taking a look at their normal section. Just a few cute ones that I saw. Did see this Gary, hadn't really looked at him before. Ellie, that one's a new one. Gandalf the White, which is also a pretty decent one. This Booster. Chunk they wanted $50 for. It's actually in really good shape. This Sleeping Godzilla was super duper cute. And Carl and Ellie, I should have picked that one up, I think. All right, you guys, good morning again. We're at 2nd and Charles today. So let's see if we can find anything in here today. So at the next 2nd and Charles, they have their areas marked off really well. Tons and tons of anime you see here. My Hero Academia. And you guys already know there's such a big section here. They've actually expanded. There are actually three different shelves. We got some Hiccups. How to Train Your Dragon. You want $45. But like, that's the thing. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, they had almost a full case of these just hiding somewhere.
Thumper is so cute.
They had a few older Funkos, like this Call of Duty Spaceland Zombie and this Scourge from Gears of War. And then jumping over to my favorite section, the Marvel section, they did have a few really cool pops. I absolutely love this Zombie Red Skull. I need to pick it up, but I don't know. Doctor Strange with the snakes coming out of his hands. That one, I think, was super underrated. Wanda from Civil War, I do need to get that set so I can build it. And then looking at their rare set, they got some of the Community there, some Breaking Bad. They got a Thor, Electro, they got an OG Genie there, Elmo. They've got a nice little variety of Grail pops, but just they want way too much for them. That's the only unfortunate part. Like that Zorro there to the left, it's not even an OG brand. Alright guys, back at McKay's, headed home. Let's see what we can find. This time at McKay's was absolutely crazy. Captain America from Avengers, we have Alloy from Horizon, and then I found these Disgust and Anger. Alright you guys, so we are back from our weekend hunt. Long story short, Plastic Empire had not given me a quote yet on my merchandise. They said that it's probably going to be tomorrow by the time they get it all completed. They were done with the pops, but they were going through some of the cards. But I'll update the video with how much they decide to give me or how much we agree on. But while I was traveling back home, only made one stop back at McKay's in Chattanooga. And they were actually restocking their new pop area. And I just kind of hung around for a little bit, just to see what they got. And she put up this $11 Anger first. And then she put up this Disgust, both from the original Inside Out. This one was 15 again. That one was $11. So they were absolutely amazing pops to go ahead and pick up. So we did. Hopefully we can turn around, sell these for closer to market value. Again, they got a little bit of love to them. I'm not looking to make a killing off of these, but kind of like Wasatch Pop does, kind of selling back and getting closer to market so that he could just put money back into his collection again. So you guys, let me know if you liked what you saw. Let me know if I missed anything. Thank you for the love. Thank you for support. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.